Hello, beloveds. I am the Reverend Jan Taddeo. I serve as the minister of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Gwinnett in Lawrenceville, Georgia. I offer these daily words of inspiration and reflection as a possible source for some centering and grounding and to connect during this time of physical distancing. The readings come from the book Perseverance by Margaret J. Wheatley, read with the author's permission. Today's reflection from Margaret is called Urgency, Urgency, and she begins with a story from Parker Palmer. At one community meeting, we ran into a high conflict issue. We ran out of time and agreed to postpone this issue until the following week. All week, emotions ran high and opposing views intensified. We eagerly assembled at the next meeting, impatient to get this issue resolved. This was a Quaker community. Each meeting began with 5 minutes of silence. On this day, the clerk announced that, due to the intensity of the issue, we would not begin with our usual 5 minutes of silence. We all breathed a sigh of relief, only to hear her announce, "Today, we will begin with 20 minutes of silence." Here's Meg's reflection. Urgency is the unavoidable companion of crisis. It seems to be a valuable relationship. Crises demand immediate attention and response. Often, the more we know about a situation, the more urgent we become. We have to do something now. Our concern and love needs to be instantly translated into action. Otherwise, it will seem we don't care. When we work from this place of urgency, we set ourselves up for failure. We work very hard, push our agenda, get aggressive when we think we need to, and end up more exhausted than effective. And we get angry. Anyone who doesn't respond immediately becomes our enemy. They may actually be wise people who caution patience, who have a longer-term perspective. But we can't hear their wisdom or experience. We're too anxiously engaged in our cause. We hastily judge them as being in denial or just looking for an excuse not to get involved. Those who advise proceeding more slowly are not the problem. Our aggression is. Captured by a sense of urgency, we create categories: those for us and against us, those who get it, those who don't. Enemies proliferate. As they increase in number, we respond with greater ferocity. We have to fight even harder because there's so much opposition to our just cause. This is the predictable cycle of urgency. Because things can't wait, we fall into bad behaviors. We proceed full force, shoving people out of the way, ignoring signals, refusing to behave more moderately or modestly. Instead, we martyr ourselves for the cause and fight back with ever greater intensity. In all this ferocious activity, we fail to notice that it's our own behaviors that are intensifying the opposition. Stop. Urgency leads nowhere except into the wilderness of aggression and failure. It doesn't serve our cause. It doesn't serve anything. Until tomorrow, beloveds, be well. Blessed be.